A wheel, especially a rubber tire, is a great example of how running form can influence how much energy we use and how efficient we are at running. Now, this is a bumper plate. It's a 25-pound bumper plate, not a rubber tire. So this won't be the best example, but I think we can still get the point across, where there's a certain amount of surface area in contact with the ground all the time. It's probably about this much, maybe 2.5 inches. And then I say the width of this plate is probably maybe 1.5 inches, at most 2 inches. So that's how much surface area, when I roll this, is in contact with the ground at one time. Now, if this were, imagine this was a rubber tire, if this was all completely inflated, this is great, right? We probably can't change that surface area that much. And if we want to move fast, if we want this, if we had a road bike, there's a reason why those road tires are very thin, and they're inflated to a good amount because we want as little surface area as possible. Versus the mountain bike, there's more surface area. And in this case, if we had the 45-pound bumper plate, it's much wider. If we rolled both of these down the hill, this one, yes, one weighs a little bit more, right? Don't even think about that. Don't worry about the weight. But if they weighed the same and one was wider, right? Let's say they're both 45 pounds. This was this thin. The 45-pound bumper plate was that same amount of width, but about 4 inches, 5 inches, whatever that is. This one would win. It has less surface area touched the ground. It should win. And the same thing applies when we are running. We can't really, I guess we could if we had a really, really wide shoe. I guess that would count for the width of the surface area hitting the ground. But what we could really adjust and change is how far in front we're hitting the ground and how far in the back we're hitting the ground. And what I mean by that is, if this was a rubber tire and we deflated it, there'd be more surface area in the front and the back. All that means for running, it's like you're taking this big old step out in front, right? Let's say it's hitting here. And then you roll through, and you're staying on the ground longer. You're hitting the ground more out in front, and you're staying in contact with the ground longer than you should if you were running the right way, or in this case, you were inflated the right way. So you might say, Matt, are you calling me deflated? Maybe. I'm saying we should improve running form, not that you're deflated. I guess a little bit. I guess we could all improve our running form, I think. And one way to do this is to actually work on it, actually train it. Running form is a skill, and if we don't train it, then we will be a deflated tire, and we're going to lack a lot of power. Imagine you're at the start line, you got your nice mountain bike, you're at a road race, you're ready to go, and you see all these people with road bikes. You're like, man, I'm going to get my butt kicked. That's the same exact thing if you've never worked on your running form and your running form is atrocious. It's like you're trying to race a bunch of road bikes and you're on a mountain bike. It's not going to go very well. You're going to fatigue quicker and you're going to be much less efficient. So all I'm saying is, let's maybe change out your mountain bike for a road bike, and when you are on roads, use that road bike.